What's up, guys? Welcome back to another run through of the new Hogwarts Legacy. For those who didn't watch me play the first part of Hogwarts Legacy as of yesterday, just going to give you a quick little rundown. So basically, obviously, the game's set in the late 1800s. It's obviously the game is created, developed by Avalanche and Portkey Games. Warner Brothers obviously behind the whole thing. We're also basically we were set. We got to create our own character, and we met our professor, Professor Fig, Elazar Fig, and we came across a sort of unusual type magic that only we can detect. Excuse me. And it led to complications. So now, poor George, who was the one that gave us the key, which turned out to be a port key, had sadly died. Spoilers for those who don't know. He died giving us the key, and then we end up managing to find our way over to Hogwarts. So now we're just at the current moment of just meeting everyone at Hogwarts and simply getting to find all the unusual magical stuff that we know and love. With that being said, let's get on with the next part of our journey. I believe we are about to meet Professor Weasley to determine exactly where it is we're going. So we've already arrived at Hogwarts. We've met 3 people so far. Yeah, so now we're currently on our way to meet Professor Weasley. She's about to help us, or rather guide us.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
Okay, interesting.
You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
It still amazes me how my character
Thank you,
looks
Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track
almost
of what
like
I'm
me.
learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay, let's do it. Right, follow Professor Weasley.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Hey, look, it's Peeves again.
Peasy has a special knack. It's
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Okay. Right, portrait of the buffalo. This portrait depicts Spix, the wizard buffalo, famed for his brain elixir. Not even going to try to carry on pronouncing it. As an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken, he once said insisted of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Okay. You've just unlocked a field guide challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appears here. Field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience points or XP. Open field guide. That one. This is your wizard level XP. Earned from challenges increase your level and power. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenges menu to continue. Collecting your first guide page unlocked a new challenge category. New challenges you unlock throughout your adventure will appear here. Select field guide page to continue. Each challenge has ties special rewards unlock at each tier you complete, from appearance to critical upgrades. Okay. Rewards must be claimed from the challenge menu. Come back often to collect rewards you have unlocked.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Okay. Sorry, Professor Weasley. I saw a cat and I had to.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
But I wanted to stroke the cat.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay. You discovered a flue flame. Fast travel points. You can open the map at any time to fast travel to any discovered flue flames. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live, and includes the house common rooms and Great Hall. Select the South Wing region to continue. That one. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Green flue flame. There. Try saying that 5 times fast. Hi, Josh. How's it going? How's it going, Mr. Weasley? It's going great. Yeah, try saying flue flames 5 times fast. Right. Green flue flames represents flames you have discovered, including your own house common room. Great flue flames reveal the location of undiscovered flames. The right side of the map is where you'll find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouse. Select the library NX region map to continue. Professor Weasley has unlocked the central hall flue. I will get there. Things are going great, thanks, mate. Nice to see you in front of the mic again. I know, I do enjoy it. Use the R stick to rotate the map and fast travel to the Central Hall flute frame. Central Hall.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you. Well, I can't stay for long, but I do wish you the best for today's shoot. Thanks, mate. And no worries. Can you tell me more about the Charms class? What exactly is Defense Against Dark Arts? What's Hogsmeade? Let's do Hogsmeade.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Oh, of course. Get me down to the pub for a nice pint of butterbeer. Butterbeer's lovely. Then again, a lot of people find it sickly.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Will we by any chance learn the spell Flipendo?
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
There is, in fact. I'm afraid there isn't. My suspicion is that there's more to the story. Yeah, I think
We
there
did
is.
take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of
There he
the
is.
devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Yeah, get me straight on it to Hogsmeade. I want that butterbeer. I want my wand. I mean, I know I have a wand, but it was brought up earlier in the first part where it was only a second-hand one we received, wasn't it? Alright, let's talk to Professor Alizar Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today,
Right,
before you
Alizar.
immersed yourself in
Alizar.
studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
I hope I didn't say too much.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okie dokie. Alright. Still got to get used to this Xbox controller. You can track available quests from the map. So used to a PlayStation controller. This icon represents main quests. Completing main quests will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Field guide map shows Professor Hickat's class is in the lower section of the astronomy wing. I could get lost in this castle. I may need to use a charmed compass in the field guide to help me find my way. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as quest rewards. Right. Track a quest with a charms class. The field guide map shows Professor Rowan's class is in the astronomy wing. Which one do we go for? Defense gets darker. Yeah, let's go with defense gets dark arts.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Right, so the charm compass will lead you to anything. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's basically like the Marauders map, just different. Well, there's a... I'm not even going to say it because it comes out as a tongue twister. There's another cat. I just want my pet Niffler now. Wait, it's a house elf. There was a house elf. Alright, defense against Dark Arts Tower. So, up here we go.
Revelio.
Okay, I hear something chime. Don't think there is anything.
Revelio.
Okay, and now it's not chiming, so there must be something around. Oh, it's doing it again. Oh, it might be the chest. No? Maybe we might need different kind of spells to unlock it. Alright, let's just head on. Let's head on down to Defense Against the Dark Arts. That's not creepy.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hackett!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
I like a wand. The wand's pretty cool.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Right, okay, so this again, same pattern as before. There we go.
Levioso!
It's not Levioso, it's Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast.
Okay, perform basic cast. RT, yep.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Break through the
as
yellow shield
Master
with control
Pruitt
spells.
so
like...
artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Nice. I like it.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling.
Go on
Start
then.
with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Time to kick Slytherin ass.
Levioso! Good form. I know. It can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Oh, I forgot Protego.
Protego!
There you go. I pressed the button.
What are you doing up there?
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Oh,
Stupid Protego.
Complicates things.
that was poor.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Stupid one. Levioso!
Only my students for this adept. Watch your opponent decide to attack or defend yourself.
That was poor, but
Not
it could have been
bad
better.
for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Don't think Sebastian likes me, chat.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hackett.
I'll accept
Glad
that.
to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Thanks, Professor.
Right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Okay. Time to talk to Sebastian.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat. It was never used by my wand in combat.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing, sounds suspicious. Yeah, go on then.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till
Duly
next
noted.
time.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
First class student. Nice. Right, we're heading up. Go to
Handy
Charms
resource
class.
indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
I do love how Hogwarts is so different back then to how we look at Hogwarts now.
All that happened that day, I would. Away from me.
Revelio.
Nice. So, another
You can't
blue
imagine
flames.
how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue.
Another chest. Ah, I need to be level 1. Okay. I'm wondering if they're doing Charms class, we might then become a level 1 student. So we'll see how this goes.
Professor
Might-
Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes
Might
have to
then be able
remind
to unlock the chest.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Doesn't seem like no one did anything.
We're in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Right, okay. Accio.
Accio.
That is not bad.
Not
You
bad.
are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Not bad. I'd say I did pretty well. I mean, not only is my character learning all this new stuff, but I am as well.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
Are we going to be
So,
lifting up our
what
brooms?
better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Oh no, I know what this is. We've got Accio the quaffle balls.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your excellent control there. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you.
Oh, don't remind me of gobstones. I remember playing that in Order of the Phoenix Harry Potter game, and that still annoys me to play.
Splendid!
Accio.
That's it! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Okay, let's do it, guys.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. The ladies first. Right.
Accio.
Very good.
Here we go.
Alright, Alright, let's see if we could go for another 50. Maybe not.
Nicely done, Bishop. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Whoa, a little too much, little too much, little too much. Stop, 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 stop.
Splendid!
I love how it rolls off the moment I still get given the points
Let us
anyway.
make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ooh.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Okay.
There we go.
Right. Got to time this right. Now. Stop, 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 stop. There we go.
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
Right. Now.
Brilliant.
I was hoping to go for another 50, but never mind. Right, hang on. Wait for it. Now. Really? Looks like it's a tie. I'm okay with that.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
There's an awful lot to do in this game. I'm rather impressed with it.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
A tight game. It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I'm glad you understand that I'm holding my own.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
How big is...
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive, not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word,
magia on
if you would.
humans, if you're so inclined.
Certainly, Professor.
Well,
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Alright, that's 3 magic spells learned. And a whole lot more to go, I
You're
expect.
the new student, aren't you?
Yeah, that's correct.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
That's kind of say it wasn't too challenging a lesson.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
I love how there's a lot more to do when you're actually learning the spells than there were in the previous Harry Potter games.
Transfiguration. I switched the writing ink.
And then the werewolves join the goblins.
Right.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion?
Alright, available side quests can be found outside regions of Hogwarts March. Fly discovered to explore the world. These quests are rewarded. Right, Weasley after class. Professor Weasley wants to see me in her classroom, which is off the Transfiguration courtyard located between the library annex and astronomy wing. Hopefully she has word on replacing my lost supplies. Yes. Right.
And by the end of it, the minister...
So it's downstairs. I'm saying this now. I'm really interested in seeing where this story actually unfolds. Ah, lovely classical music. This way?
Oh dear, do mind the tiles. Some of them can be most...
Revelio.
Oh, we got another portrait, I think.
The headmaster shows no compassion. I deserve a location that warrants pride, not one that reeks of manure.
No? Oh, what's that?
Protego. Lumos.
Oh. You have discovered something.
The unfairness of being hung here, why it warrants looking into. People grumbling about a false...
Revelio.
That's what I was trying to find. This passage is relatively nondescript as far as the passage goes. However, the mishandling of a crop of Mimbletonia in the 16th century and the happening of schizo left it with a rancid odor that even the strongest scoring charm cannot seem to eradicate. Huh.
I keep things clean as a whistle, but it's what's
Lumos.
that vile stench.
Revelio.
What is the portrait doing? Oh, the humiliation.
Oh, there is quite a lot of spells. So what do we have? It's got Arresta, Momentum, Glacius. God, I remember that spell. That was in Prisoner of Azkaban. Ain't seen that one make an appearance for a while. Transformation. Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso. Confringo. Defindo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Reparo. Lumos. Disilluminant. Not sure how to pronounce that one, but Incendo. Sorry, Incendio. Wingardium Leviosa. Conjuring spell. Altering spell. Imperio. Crucio. Ah, they're the unforgivable ones. Kills enemies instantly. Causes most enemies to wither in pain as they take damage over time. Also curses the victim, and cursed enemies take extra damage. Temporarily force enemies to fight as if they were your companion. While under your control, they take reduced damage from other enemies to prolong their allegiance to you. Also curses the victim, and cursed enemies take extra damage. Interesting. So we have still got an awful lot. So there's something about that portrait though that needs fixing. I'm guessing.
Revelio.
There's nothing
hang
like
on.
it in all of Britain, you know.
Ah.
About the only place that doesn't come with
Protego.
No, don't eat it.
Lumos.
That's it.
I'd spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could.
I have a strong feeling that you go here.
If you could just tread carefully, that's all I ask.
There you go. Nice.
Ferdinand Octavius Pratt gets hung properly.
I don't even know if I'm still going the right way. So it's still was going down. Is there any stairs around here?
Which are common?
No.
Revelio.
Oh, there's a flue chimney.
There was a rumour.
Right, that sucks. So no, we can't go. Can't go anywhere else around here.
Please do be mindful where you walk, won't you?
So this way.
142 staircases, and this is where they put me.
I'm sorry?
Stone hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
This painting depicts the young orphan wizard who famously saved his entire village from an army of Dementors and the Dark Wizard by conjuring a mouse Patronus. Wow. They look like the Death Eaters that were in Goblet of Fire, and then decided to change what they look like in the 5th film.
What as well be surrounded by Jarvies.
Right, here we go. Hang on, there's a
Revelio.
chest somewhere around here. You can see it on the map. Or is it above? Could be above. I might have to use a broom or something. There's another flu network.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Right, let's begin on. Let's get on with the quest.
What about the room, Professor?
I
It's
was
another
thinking
house
the same
elf.
thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are.
Or was that the same house elf we ran into
I
earlier?
trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Hasn't Professor Fig said anything? No, Professor.
Have you and
let's go with
Professor
that one.
Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan mentioned that. What more work?
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier.
Yes!
We've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Right, so what more can you tell me about the potion shop? What's a spellcraft? So there really is an Ollivander's here.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready to go.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well.
Me too.
I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Have I? I only literally introduced myself to him and had this friendly little chat. I mean, I think Sebastian. Let's go with
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Oh, I got a taste for butterbeer now, just because it's mentioned several times.
Revelio.
Speak to Professor Rowan to receive your first assignment. Assignments are types of quests given to you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be Mending Charm Reparo, which is required to complete other tasks. You can track assignments and their progress in the quest menus for your field guide.
Revelio.
Ah, you're over there. This potentially transfigured teacup, likely the soon-to-be reserved era of a second year, serves as a tale of those students who do not take seriously the complexities and dangers of transfiguration. Right. Report to Professor Rowan. Let's go see him then.
Oh, someone prodded a Mimbless Mimbletonia.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The Mending Charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll complete tasks. What is the purpose of the
Why
task?
must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Okay.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Revelio.
Right. Collect the flying pages near the broken statue. Collect the flying page in the defense against the Dark Arts Tower.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Above me? I mean, have I got to hit it? Don't think it like that. Right, oh no, I think I might be Accio. I imagine it'll be Accio.
Accio.
Yep. Alright, that's one. Alright, let's go and get the next page.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
There you are.
Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks were...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's do it.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong. Oh! I pressed the wrong one. They're always usually the same buttons to press, but caught me off guard there with a different one. It's alright, we've done it though. We have done it. Alright, the mending charm and pyro can be used to mend broken objects and pieces in the environment.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
See, I think that's... For me, I like the way you cast obviously the spells. I've said obviously in my last video that the spells are very fluent, especially when you're firing spell shots like this. It's fluent, and it feels natural and a lot more nicer to. Do I dare? Oh, it doesn't do anything. Oh, but it will to a cat. I'm sorry, I had to. I just couldn't resist. But however, I do miss with the spells things like Reparo, where in the older Harry Potter games, they had like analog sticks to conjure the spells. So things like Reparo, you'd have to like use your right thumbstick to just rotate it in a circle to mend it. I thought that was a nice sort of way of, I don't know, it felt natural that way. I'm still enjoying the game though, all the same. Right, welcome to Hogsmeade Festival. Easy has arranged for me to visit the nearby village of Hogsmeade and replace my lost supplies. Should be able to navigate to a different shop using my map strategy and swallow. Will keep me company along the way. Right, let's go find Sebastian then. God, I love magic. Not that way.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you learned anything about it? Are there other paintings like...
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Yeah, I have
already found one. Have you gained any
one.
insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Right.
Do come and find me if you stumble
Lumos.
on something illuminating.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Moth, sorry.
I should think there's an entire...
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Right, let's quickly tell Lenora.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I follow the clues, so I'm not telling. I could. I just could. But I won't.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
Oh, you're welcome.
I should have seen that.
Right, Sebastian. So let's go find him then. So I think we were heading down this way to find him.
I need some
to lend me some potions ingredients?
Oh,
Don't give me
Yeah.
that look. I told you before I was only...
oh no, we are going the wrong way. Alright, meet Sebastian near the entrance to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Something's pulsing. It's definitely not in here. There it is. This wooden statue bears the likeness of a Don, fearless feline mouse hunter and devoted study companion. There he is.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is.
It certainly
I
is.
haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Well, off to Hogsmeade we go then. Hopefully you're going to get our wands and other supplies as well. My god, that looks amazing. Why doesn't Hogwarts exist? I'd happily go.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Why is that then?
Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
It's alright then.
Glad
You're
I could be
welcome.
of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Oh, okay. Duly noted. I can't believe...
Beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look.
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite
it's
a sight,
hippogriffs.
isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely. Likely already named them too.
Sugarfoot.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
I can't believe I'm officially like outside the Hogwarts castle grounds. Like, this is just mesmerizing. the Quidditch pitch, the castle, where the Hogwarts Express runs over the bridge.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little.
Thestrals.
It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I feel like I'm a kid again. I feel like I'm just experiencing Harry Potter for the first time all over again.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
My family and I travel somewhere.
This is
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is he
everything
drunk?
all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi guys. Ugly and hairy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Huh? A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it.
I was gonna
I've never
say.
seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Oh, here we are, guys. We've made it to Hogsmeade.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
I think it's brilliant. The attention to detail in it as well.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade Village is brimming with different sites, shops and other points of interest that you can navigate using your field guide map. Wow. Okay, the Hogsmeade map shows shops and points of interest. You can track any of these by highlighting an icon and pressing A. Press B to exit the Hogsmeade map. Okay, we've got 3 broomsticks. Obviously that'll be where you get your butterbeer from the pub. Spint Witches Sporting Needs. Sporting goods shops that sells a variety of brooms. A branch of the re-owned wand shop owned and operated by the Ollivander wand-making family since 382 BC. Tomes and Scrolls, a specialty bookshop with wares that fulfill the promise of its name. What's that? Hogshead, a pub in the inn. J. Pippin's Potions. Madam's Snilling's Tress Emporium. So obviously that'll be hairdressers or some sort. Clothes shop, so Gladrig's Wizard Wear. Brood and Peck. A bee supply shop stocked with the latest and greatest in beasts. So we have got quite an awful lot to explore in Hogsmeade. What's that? Dogweed and Deathcap. What's that one? Honeydukes. Hogsmeade Square. Steeply and Sets. Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. So I really appreciate you all stopping in and joining me in this second walkthrough adventure. I will be back on later. So please keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in the next video. So, bye guys.